About 6 or 8 years ago, I went to a men's group. It was a little too early in the morning for me at our church, but I went for 1 year, maybe 2 years. Anyway, I remember two things coming out of that. One was that American families were having, on average, let's say 1 to less than 2 children per family, per couple. So 1.6 or whatever, while the Muslim families were having 3 to 4 kids. So that became 6 or 8 years ago, I heard this, and that became pretty apparent that if you continue to if that continues, the Muslims will eventually get the vote. They'll get the electorate, is that the word? They'll have the votes. They'll outnumber and be able to pretty much put into law what they want. And now here I see, I think it's in Texas, in 2 years, 48 mosques have come up in one area. How in the world, 48 mosques in one area in Texas? Now I have a note here. Father, mother. Oh, the other thing I learned in that, the other thing that I took away from that is it says that if a father is involved, and I'm going to mess this up to a couple, but the gist of it is if a father's involved in his faith, the children will follow. And if if the father is involved in the faith, the children will probably stay in the faith. There's like 85, 90, 95% chance the children stay in the faith of the father. If the mother does, it's like 15% or 30 or 40 or it's way lower. It's way lower. So that just tells you the importance of fathers and how children want to please they want to please their father and their mother, but clearly something's going on with those statistics. Those are numbers, so they're not gonna lie. But those are the two things I took from this men's group, the two things, and now they're both coming true. They're both becoming more apparent. Europe is lost through immigration. There's whole areas that the police won't even go in Europe, in cities in Germany and Italy and Denmark, France, England, what the heck is that? The police won't go into areas of their own country because they've been taken over. They've been outpopulated. So yeah. So I guess that men's group was right. And here we are seeing the same thing. And look at the kids leaving. If the fathers were more involved in church, probably the kids wouldn't leave. So let's take that to thought and ask the Holy Spirit to come to this nation.